I want you guys to do me a favor. How many people in here hate the Cowboys? How many people here hate does everybody hate the Cowboys here? Okay. Does everybody here hate the Cowboys? You know, people always ask me, Sills, what was it like being there for a year and a half? It was cool. I didn't mind wearing the star, you know? I didn't mind it. It was okay. I thought the star was pretty cool to wear, and I had it on my resume. It was all right. It's not a crowning achievement of mine, but it was okay. Starting for Coach Johnson in his first football game, yeah, that was cool. Probably so. You know, I was there when Jimmy started and Jerry and Steven all started owning the team. Probably cool. Okay, fair enough. But I don't know, you know. It doesn't rattle my cage like that. Now, maybe if I had been a star there, maybe be different, like Michael Irvin and such. Neutral. The Dallas Cowturds. I hate the fans. Yes. Okay. Let me ask you this. How important was LeGarrette Blount in the run to the Super Bowl championship for Philly in 17? How important was having him on that team that year, you think? I know Adai was on that team as well, right? How important was it having LeGarrette Blount on that team? Callie goes, very. Wasn't he like more of a red zone guy? He was like a red zone dude, right? He wasn't really the 20-20 guy. Once they got in the red zone, right? He became more of a focal point in how they utilized him, especially when the situational play calling came. LeGarrette Blount was a major factor in how they moved the sticks when they were down in the red zone. Is that correct? Big man, good power. Blount was a leader that year. Very important. What's funny is Cowboy fans from Dallas even hate the Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans are a different breed, man. They think their team's 13-3 every year instead of saying this. Are you a Super Bowl team? You could be 13-3 every year, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a Super Bowl contending team. Okay? And they haven't been a Super Bowl contending team in 30 years. Power back, Blount. He was the red zone and 4-minute guy. Kept the clocks going, right? Okay. Come on, Big Sales. Birds fans, do you hate? For real. Actually, really. You're right. You're right. Well, let me throw this at you here. What a better way to aggravate your opponent and stick a dagger in their heart and use a player's emotion against him than signing Ezekiel Elliot as your red zone guy. Not your every down guy, but your situational guy. What did the running back coach for the Cowboys say? Or excuse me, he's now in Tampa, I think now, right? I think the Eagles should sign Ezekiel Elliot. Sway, wait. Don't you remember what happened with LeGarrette Blount? He left New England. He didn't go to you first. He went to Pittsburgh. And he had an enormous meltdown there. I think he actually even quit because he hated what the Steelers were doing and how they were utilizing him. Penny, a red zone back. Wake me up when he plays 5 games. Then we'll have a conversation. Just do me a favor from now on when you talk about Rashad Penny. Wake me up after game 5 and let me know if he's still on the roster. Then we'll have a conversation about him. Till then, he's not a factor. He may not make the ball club. I wouldn't have him on my team. I don't think he's worth it. Personally, he's a nothing burger. The only guy you got in the backfield right now that's worth the shit is DeAndre Swift. Doesn't DeAndre Swift and Zeke Elliott give you kind of what you had in 17? A power back and a versatile back. Isn't that the dimension you had You're telling me you don't see the same correlation between DeAndre Swift and LeGarrette Blount. And what a better way to get to Jerry and the Cowboys. To put a guy who's pissed off because they cut him at 28 years of age and let him walk out of the building for Tony Pollard and a guy they drafted this year. Boston Scott, who? Dude, I'm talking about football players here, not decent players. I'm talking about And by the way, you're not asking him to carry the ball 20 times. You're asking him to carry the ball in the red zone. Zeke, now the big key would be, does Zeke know his role? Because Ezekiel Elliot is not a 20-carry guy anymore. He's not. If you gave Zeke Elliott, not on the Eagle line, any other team in the NFL, he's a 700-yard guy. Maybe 3 yards a carry, 3.2, 3.3, something like that. But you give Zeke Elliott the ball in the red zone, how many touchdowns hey, by the way, will somebody look it up? How many touchdowns did Elliott have last year? Just checking. I really don't know. How many touchdowns did Ezekiel Elliott have last year? Just because that's why I'm hiring him. I'm not hiring him to be an every down back. Wait a minute. Holy shit, Zeke had 12 touchdowns. On a lesser offensive line, he had 12 touchdowns? Wait a minute. This is even better. So wait a minute. Zeke had 12 touchdowns last year, and you wouldn't want him on the team because he wore the star? Don't be stupid and don't be a preschool guy here. Don't you see this is the best way to kick Dallas in their nuts? To bring one of Jerry's golden boys to you? He would want to produce against them. He knows the NFC East. Nah, I'll take Boston who? I'll take Boston cream pie over Zeke, who had 12 TDs last year. That's funny and dumb. Two things I've seen this week. Dumb athletes. Don't be a dumb fan. John Morant with his gun. Jeez, this guy thinks he's in the Wild West. Hey, Ja, relax, dog. You're being suspended because you're dumb. Dude, Zeke, a giant killer. Dude, he's a dude. Boston Scott, stop it with that. He's okay. He's a good ball player. Let's end it there. Don't let me start going in on it. He's okay. And quite frankly, dude, you could put Mother Teresa behind that Eagle line, and she's going to get 5.5 yards a carry. Okay? You could put Aunt Betty behind that line, and she's going to get 5. And she's 70-some years old. She's going to get 5.5 yards a carry. Come on. So I think the Cowboys should sign Zeke Elliott, dump Rashad Penny. Then you would have DeAndre Swift as your 20-20 guy, catching footballs out of the backfield, creating a great screen game. And then you get Zeke to go in the red zone. He's a touchdown machine. How is that a bad idea? How is that a bad idea? Not resemble what you had in 17. How does that not resemble what you had in 17? Okay? Dalvin Cook, I'm not paying. By the way, wait a minute. I haven't even got to Dalvin yet. Dalvin Cook and the Cowboys, baby. That's happening. June 1, if Dalvin Cook gets cut by Minnesota, and he's going to Dallas. Dalvin Cook in that offense, the Cowboys closed the gap on you. They're not better, and you're still better. By the way, we're going to look at the NFC East here in a second and what we've learned this offseason about every team as they get ready for camp in July. We're going to do that here in a minute. By the way, Philly 500, 5:30 Eastern time. We're going to talk to our boy. So you would not want to have a touchdown machine as your red zone. Who's your red zone guy now? Oh, wait, you don't have – oh, Jalen. Jalen's your red zone back right now. Yeah, that's effective. Oh, man. You see, friends, the idea here is not to get that guy killed. He's a $50 million Bugatti now. Do you know what a Bugatti is? I know most of us in here drive Acura Legends. Okay? I know most of us are Acura drivers in here. You know, unlike Tone and Xander and them guys who drive them big Mercedes-Benz. Me and you are more Acuras. You know, we're Acura Legend guys and Nissan guys. Okay? Jalen Hurts is a Bugatti now. He's a Bugatti. Tone's like, what are you talking about, dude? You kidding me? I got sunspots on my car just like you, Sills. Dude, I'm not taking shots at Acuras. You kidding me, man? It's a great car. Unfortunately, it's not American, and I believe in buying American cars. But, hey, I got a Honda Pilot myself, so I took a knee myself. Bugatti. Yeah, that's what Jalen. So you want to get your Bugatti hurt in the knee. How in the world does that not make sense bringing Zeke Elliott in? I'd like to see the Cowboys bring that guy in. Kind of put a little thorn right in Jerry's backside. Who's that guy wearing? Give him the same number, too. Have him come in, right? Have him come in and run touchdowns on Cowboys. Ooh, man. God forbid that guy turned out to be like LeGarrette Blount and he was a machine in the red zone. Dude, you know what, too? Zeke Elliott could reinvent himself where everyone would want that. He needs to reinvent himself. He's not an every down back. And he's going through that transition right now. Dude, don't be Todd Gurley, where you think you're still a back and then you get run out of the league. You got to come to grips who you are. Hardest thing players have to deal with, watching their talents fade and then figuring out what a role is on a team. Ezekiel Elliott's a role player now, and he could be an effective role player. Egos, though, man. They sometimes just don't let you get there. Carmelo Anthony became a better role player later in his career after he had to go through that transition. Didn't he not? Dude, I thought he was a pretty good point scorer. What was that, last year even with the Lakers? He realized he was a guy coming off the bench. I think that's a tough transition for a lot of folks to have to deal with. Ezekiel Elliott and DeAndre Swift in your backfield. Hey, by the way, it's not like Zeke. I get Zeke's got a lot of miles on them tires. He is 28. You'd have two backs, not 30 years old, experience, and you wouldn't have to. Hey, by the way, the Eagles are really cheap at that position. It's not like they can't cut bait with some of them dudes. It's the cheapest position on the field, next to the linebackers. Probably safeties too. Isn't that crazy? All needs. And that's their cheapest spots. The cheapest spots on the team right now are backs, linebackers, and safeties. That's where they save their money in their cap, is in those three position rooms. They just don't buy into it for whatever reason. I still think you need to have dual back. If you don't have one signature back, I think you need dual backs. And they don't have dual backs. There's nobody in that backfield right now that's a screen guy. Well, now there is, DeAndre Swift. There's really no red zone back. Go get one and get rid of those other guys. Keep one of them, Gainwell probably, or Boston probably. I don't know, whatever guy you flip a coin on, you can keep one of them guys. It's all good. The rest of them, you don't give a shit about it anyway. And don't fall in love with your players like Daryl Morey. Fall in like with them. Stop doing that. You see Sills the name. Oh, I don't care about the guy's name on the back of the jersey in the NFL. Unlike the NBA, I could care less. Unless he's my quarterback. Remember, I got to tie myself to someone. It's Jalen. The rest of them, all interchangeable.